Welcome back to the Records of KPOP channel. I'm Miss for today, Car Caleb, whatever you want to call me. And before we get into the video, first off, I just want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. This may not be coming out directly on New Year's, but you know, still the same thing, right? Like, I hope you guys all have one for 2023. I hope we can grow together and all that stuff. But you know, that stuff aside, as you can see by title and the thumbnail, we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, it's 2023, new year, but I thought, what's the best way to kick off the year? I reckon it's looking back on our previous year and seeing what was the best of the best in terms of the K-pop industry. Now, my best way is something similar to what Roman put out a few days ago. Link to that video in the description. He talked about his favorite songs and just showed what his favorite songs were throughout this year. I'm doing something similar to that. I'm doing more of a top 10 list of more projects and like literally everything involved in it. So if we look here, I made actually a tier list. We're actually here on tiermaker.com. I actually made this tier list myself. I'll try and remember to link it in the description. If you guys want to go do that yourself and maybe, you know, share it to us and show me what you guys have. Obviously, not every song is here, so I have about like 40-ish to about 40 to 50-ish songs. Obviously, not all of them. Every song that came out in 2022 are here. Mainly the ones that are here are the ones I personally found to be among the better ones, or just number fillers. I'm not going to tell you guys which is which. I'll let you guys figure that out for yourself. Obviously, we have a few solo songs in here. I wasn't able to put on like OSTs and stuff, but we have EPs, mini albums, full albums, singles, all that stuff, and pretty much just gonna go up the list from 10 to 1 and talk about like my favorite from 10 to 1, explaining why I did that, and you know, get more of an insight before we get into 2023. Now, I hope to also bring out a video sometime soon talking about what I hope to see in 2023, so stick around for that. It'll be very enjoyable. Hopefully I get some good takes in there. Hopefully we can throw some ideas between each other. But we're gonna start off the list, and I'm gonna be honest, I want to shout out all the songs first, but for my number 10, I actually put, I'm looking at my my other monitor here for my actual list, but number 10, I have Itzy's Cherish, that album. Now, in my opinion, I think it is a very, very good album, and I did react to Cherish itself. Go watch that video. It's in one of the playlists on the channel. Just go look at it. And I like the EP. 4 songs. It's a good solid 4 tracks. It's a solid like 12 minutes, so it's a small sample size of songs. I think it's a good first 3 tracks, in my honest opinion. Cherish is a really good song. I like Snowy. Snowy's pretty decent, and Freaky is pretty good. But Boys Like You is not good, and it really, really, really hurts. It really, really hurts. It really, like, that song almost borderline did not even make it onto the list, and I'll show you guys my revised sort of list that I was initially leaning towards, but ultimately chose this 10. But yeah, I think Itzy, I think they do have some really good work, and Cherish is a really good song that really, you know, I was actually quite addicted to it for a few days, not even that long ago. Like, I was playing a game and I'm just listening to the album on repeat, skipping Boys Like You because I think that song's not that good. But yeah, I think this is a solid piece of work, a solid product in itself. I really enjoyed it. However, definitely not as good in my opinion as some of the others on this list, which going to the next one may be a hot topic, maybe a hot take for it to be this low. But I actually have Treasure and Jikjin, that album. It had Jikjin, You, Darare, and It's Okay. Now I think this is just a better 4 songs than Itzy. Like, I think it's a solid 4 tracks. Jikjin is a really, really well done song, and Darare was arguably one of the most popular songs, like, everywhere. Like, there was a whole TikTok trend about it, so like it was very, very, you know, very, very popular among other people, not even just in the K-pop community. Like, it was branching out and all that. As a song though, I do prefer Jikjin and You over Darari. I would literally rank it the way it goes down. Jikjin, You, Darari, and It's Okay. That would be my ranking for the thing. I think it's a very, very, again, a collective, good, solid 4 songs that I would definitely just chuck on at a random time, and I wouldn't really want to skip them. And yeah, I just think it's a collectively of better 4 songs. And I was debating whether to put this one or Hello, right? I was debating which one I was gonna do. And I ultimately picked this one over Hello because I think Hello is a little bit weaker as a title song compared to Jikjin, and the B-sides are somewhat interchangeable. Like, they're all pretty decent, all pretty good. However, I just think Jikjin carries itself better as a title track than Hello carries itself as a title track. That's just my opinion. Some people might think it's number 1. Some people, again, this is my personal opinion. I'd love to see what you guys have to think. Again, I'll try and link the tier list in the description below. You guys can maybe send it to me and all that kind of stuff. It'd be pretty mad. I'll be pretty interested to see how different it is between all the people. Some people might even, you know, add different ones that I didn't add. But yeah, that's my number 9, Treasures, the second step, chapter 1. So going into number 8, I was very 8 and 7 are very interchangeable to me. I had to re-listen to both of them back to back, and ultimately I'll get into why. But for number 8, I had Woods coming in at number 8. The album Colorful Trauma? Yeah, Colorful Trauma. In my opinion, it was really good. I really enjoy Woods. I think Woods is probably gonna be my favorite. When I update my top 5, which should be again sometime soon, we try and do those yearly. He'll probably be around number 1 for my soloists. He's such a talented guy. Like, in my opinion, one of my favorite albums from 2021. I think what I personally gave album of the year was his previous album. Oh my gosh, again with this Only Lovers Left, with you know, Waiting and all that. I think this one's slightly a step down. That's why it's not as high, but I still think the quality's there. I still think the quality of the album is really well done. I think it's just a really it's very different to what I'd normally listen to, but for some reason that really hit me hard, and I was really impressed by the album and really enjoyed it. And I think just because all of the songs are good, all of the songs are like decent to good, I think I Hate You is actually really good. They just slightly edge out Treasure and Itzy for me, because, you know, just because of the fact that there's a little bit more, there's like an extra song, and they're all sort of the similar quality. That extra song really pushed it against the edge for me. That, yeah, and I really enjoyed it. But for number 7, I had Minho's Chase, and it was really, for me, it was a very big. It was a very big big toss up for me, like having to choose between these two, because I reacted to literally the whole album for Chase. I literally reacted to the title track and every single B-side. Like, those videos are also somewhere in their channel. Go find them, go check them out, go listen to what I had to say about it, and that, because that really encapsulates how I feel. Like, and I'm not gonna repeat everything I said, but like, I really enjoyed how pretty much for the whole album it stayed one consistent tone and one consistent. So it felt like all of this, it felt like it was just one very long song to me. When I listened to it all down, all the way through, it really felt kind of all like, it really felt like it could be just one song, and that's the kind of vibe I got. And I might be wrong by that, but that's just how I interpreted the music. And yeah, I just think because of that fact, it was so hard for me. Right? It was so hard for me. But I had to slide, because I enjoy Woods a lot more. As a artist, as a person, I like watching his stuff a lot more. However, I can't deny how the music made me feel, right? Like, and because it just has that bonus of having probably one of my favorite songs of the year in Heartbreak, which is crazy to me, because like when that was added, because I'm pretty sure that was a single, added that to the album, it gave it the extra level for me. Like, that's what really won me over in the end, because it is a 5 tracks for both songs. However, Heartbreak is just added because it's already like a not original song. So it's what really, I sat here for quite a few hours thinking before recording this video. I sat here for a few hours thinking about what I can even add to this tier list and how I'm gonna even construct it. And like even now, I'm probably gonna revise by the end and probably just change it up somehow. I just have a feeling, because I don't know, man. But next we have, in my opinion, one of the most underrated title songs and one of the most underrated groups, and one of the most underrated albums, and that's I have P1 Harmony, and they're Dum Dum, which I did a catch-up reaction, which I was so glad I was able to do that, because I was originally not gonna do it, right? Like I was originally not gonna react to it because it was a little bit later. So I was like, oh nah, I might not. But I'm so glad I did, because when I listened to that, it encouraged me to listen to the rest of the album, and I love it. It's so good. Yes Man and Black Hole, probably my favorite songs on the whole album. And Dum Dum is probably one of my favorite P1 Harmony songs that are from an album. I'll get into some of the honorable mentions I have before we get into the top 5, which is next. But yeah, I really enjoyed this album. There's not much I can really say about it, honestly. Like all of these albums, all the music that's on the screen, amazing. It's all about personal preference and how it felt to you. And honestly, after listening to pretty much all of these songs throughout like the last week or so, like few weeks maybe, listening to them, and even listening to the ones that have just come out, like Halazia, that album, like yeah, it was so hard. But yeah, I think P1 Harmony, I really hope they can do some big things this year, because I enjoy them as a group. I think they're a group that can come up and do some really amazing things because of the talent they have, and because they're such a young group and people overlook them a little bit, in my opinion, because I don't really see much talk about them like on anywhere I see. So I think I just need to put some respect on their name and really show them some love. And yeah, like honestly, I implore you, if you haven't listened to P1 Harmony ever, go and listen to them and let me know what you guys think, because P1 Harmony, in my opinion, is en route for me in 2023 to be I hope that they're one of the best groups in the year, because I really see some talent in them, and I really hope that they can push forward and just start creating some absolute beautiful music, get on the trends, get on all of that stuff, because I feel like that's what really gains the popularity and what's going to make them known. And I'm really excited for them this year, because they dropped 2 banger albums they dropped 2, this and Back Down, 2 really good albums. Go check them out, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But we're now getting into that top 5, right? We're getting into the top 5, this upper echelon for me. On to number 5. Now, number 5 for me, which may surprise people, I don't know, but I have 2 baddies. 2 baddies, one Porsche. If you didn't know, I'm not an NCT goon. I am a SM goon. I am an SM guy. SM was literally my first introduction into K-pop, and that was through Red Velvet, EXO, and NCT, which sort of has a little place in my heart for them, and maybe gives me a little bit of bias. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, for this to be their 4th full-length album, they had 12 songs on the track, and honestly, I would say most of them were really good. Now, it's really hard. 2 Baddies was one of my favorite songs this year, just as a song. It was a really good song. Again, such a good vibe, and it's sort of the MO of, in my opinion, MO of 127 recently, where they have like really like more sexy style music. They had this, they had Sticker, they had Favorite. Those 3, yeah, they're crazy. And I think the whole album delivered in itself. I feel like they have some of the coolest songs. Gold Dust is pretty cool. Like, yeah, they just have some pretty decent songs. Time Lapse is really good. I do like the whole album. I like the way it's constructed. I think it's really good. And the music video for 2 Baddies is really good. Now, for most of these, we've done a reaction. I'll link the playlist to our reactions, which are mostly 2022 stuff. Go check it out. Go see our thoughts, because it's I don't want to just regurgitate everything I've said off those videos. So I implore you to go watch those and get our thoughts. Sometimes me, sometimes Roman and Janice, sometimes them individually, just depends. But But yeah, I enjoyed Two Baddies. I thought Two Baddies was a really, really, really well put together album. But in number 4, which is just aging them, was Beatbox. It's Beatbox. Now, Beatbox itself, a little bit weak. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna put Glitch Mode here. Like, I'm not gonna put Glitch Mode, like the album, instead of Beatbox, because this just adds Beatbox and 2 more songs. So like, it's ultimately better because the 2 songs they have that aren't Beatbox are really good. So yeah, I really just put that there as another number. But no, let's talk about Beatbox for a second. I think their album and NCT Dream in general were one of the best artists this year. They did Glitch Mode, they did Beatbox, and they did Candy. They had 3 releases throughout the year. So that means on average they were putting out something every 4 months. In my opinion, you don't really get to see many. You don't get to see, in my eyes, I don't really see many people this year put out that much. Like, there probably are some that I'm not thinking of, that I'm probably forgetting of, and I know you guys will remind me in the comments, like you guys always do. You know, I appreciate the information as well. But yeah, the Beatbox album, the repackage, was one of my favorite albums because Glitch Mode was really, really good. With Arcade, so they had some of the best songs. Arcade, To My First, It's Yours, Teddy Bear, Saturday Drip, Better Than Gold, Drive, Rewind, all that good stuff. Like, they had just such amazing songs this year. And this year is the year that I officially said that Dream was better than 127 for me. In my opinion, if I was to rank the NCT units, I'm going, excluding you, because you can beat all of them and that's just unfair, but I'd go Dream number 1, 127 number 2, and then Wavy at the bottom. But yeah, and Beatbox and the amount of songs they put out this year and the amount of stuff they were doing this year, it really put them over the edge for me. Like, finally, like, they were really edging it last year in 2021, sorry. They were really edging it then with Hello Future and that, because I thought those albums were really good. But yeah, I truly think NCT Dream was a little, like, just another step for SM, barring one group from SM, NCT Dream was probably my favorite and who I thought put out the best quality music this year, and that's why they're probably at that's why they are at number 4. That's why they're at number 4. And now you're probably thinking like, oh man, I just said all that and they're not 3, 2, or 1. They're not podium. That's not even podium. For me, starting off my podium was a new group this year. Was it a new group? Yeah, a new group this year. A group that when me and Roman were doing our Mama predictions, I said was probably arguably one of my artists of the year. And one group that I gave really, really high regards and was really, really, really impressed by this year. And that is LE SSERAFIM. Now, I'm not going to do it cheesy. I'm not going to do this. This is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to make them a draw. I'm not going to try and cop out and say, oh, but they were pretty much the same. No, I'm not going to do that. And it was really hard to choose. I thought Fearless in general was better than Anti-Fragile. However, I like Anti-Fragile's album a little bit better. I thought the album itself for Anti-Fragile, their EP, was just a little bit better than Fearless and had more impressive songs, to me at least, than Fearless, that made it go to that number 3 spot. And yeah, honestly, my thoughts of LE SSERAFIM, go and watch our Rokaja our Mama Awards predictions and you'll hear everything I have to say about them. But just try and sum it up, I'll try and sum it up here. They are really, really good. And I thought that they really, really, really carried themselves really well to be a rookie group, and really, really did well in the rookie group like thing, in the box of, oh, but they're rookies, this is their first year. They did really well and put out arguably two of my top 10 favorite songs of 2022. Now, if you want to see my genuine song list, get this video to 50 likes. I'll make that tier list. I'll sort it out. I'll do all that, and I will get it out, because that would be an even harder list to make than this. But yeah, Anti-Fragile number 3. I really enjoyed it. again, if I implore you, if you haven't listened to any of these songs, any of these albums, go and listen to them and then come back and let me know what you thought. Because honestly, I feel like I got some gems in here. I feel like I got some decent ones, decent picks in here. Now, we have the last two spots on the list, last two spots on the tier list. And I gave it to, honestly, I'll be honest, I gave it to Asper number 2. I went Asper number 2. I thought Girls was ready. Girls, the album, and this is the one group I said that topped NCT 127, in my opinion. They brought out quite a few tracks and quite a few stuff this year. They brought out, what did they bring out? I have a feeling I'm forgetting even something, right? Like, so they had Girls, right? They performed at Coachella with, was it Illusion they performed with? I'm pretty sure it was, but Illusion was one of their early releases, their pre-releases for Girls, the album. They had that, they had Girls, and then they brought out a song with Red Velvet and Asper. It was a combined song. It was a Christmas song, but it was just cool to see, and I really thought Asper really brought something special to SM this year, and they really delivered on the youngest group, and I honestly thought they had the best year. I genuinely think for SM, solely SM, they had the best year. And yeah, that's just me personally. I know they didn't bring out like as much songs as like Dream. However, I think the quality of songs far exceeds. I think Girls is arguably one of their best. No, actually, I would say it's their second. No, it's their best song. I'll take that back. I'll take everything I said, rewind it. Girls is their best song. Illusion is one of their best songs. Life's Too Short's actually pretty decent. And then they had the other songs on here. Dreams Come True also is on this album. I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, Lingo's pretty decent. I like ICU. I enjoyed it all, and I genuinely thought it was the second best. And yeah, I can't really say anything else. I think Asper's they're slowly climbing up my list. They're slowly climbing up my like top 5, and like I would say they're in my top 10 easily, and even arguably in my top 5. And honestly, you'll see that video in the future. Definitely in my top 5, and like how I structure it and how it's changed from last year because of 2022. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Asper this year. I think they're gonna do big things as well because of the fact that they're a rookie group, and so since they're more newer, this is what their 3rd year. This will be their 3rd year. They came out in 2020, correct? Let me just have a quick look.
A few moments later.
Yeah. So Black Mamba came out in 2020, and that was their first song, and then they brought out Forever Next Level. Yeah, so this will be their 3rd year, and I really think that they're gonna bring something different. They're gonna bring something different to the table. I think we're gonna look out for them. I think SM's gonna have a hot year. There may just be me being biased to SM. I don't care because SM's the GOAT. But for my number one, it went to Enhypen. It went to Bliss Curse. Now, some people may be tirading right now. Because technically, some of those songs came out 2021. So that is a repackage. I don't know if you would count it. I don't know if you're gonna count this, but that album actually came out. The original album came out in 2021. However, the repackage came out in 2022, which added songs. So for me, I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna count it. You may be booing. You may be saying that's not fair. It didn't, like most of the songs that come out in 2021. For me, I think it's just I have to put it up there because of the fact that when I look at the album on Spotify, it says 2022. But if I decide that maybe I'm talking cucks, maybe I don't know what I'm on about, and that like it's unfair that it would come out because most of the songs that were in there are from 2021. I would simply, I literally have my the revisor. I literally have the revisor on another screen, and I'll show you that this is what would have happened to my list if we don't count this. I'm just, oh my gosh, literally this is what would have happened. I would have just done this. So I would have taken it off. I would have taken it off, and then this would have been my list, and I would have had these two. Like I said, for the honorable mentions, I would have had them two in the number 10 spot together. That would have been my only cheese. But for me, I'm gonna count it. I just wanted to let you know that I did think about it and did say, well, if you guys count it as 2021, then literally most all of them would go up one, and then the two single songs would go in there. But I have to talk about this album, my favorite album of 2022, which was Enhypen's Blessed Curse. Now, Blessed Curse itself is a really, really good song. They also had Tame Dash. They also had Blockbuster, which featured Yeonjun from TXT. Now, I originally wanted to put TXT's album on here, didn't. But they had Yeonjun, TXT, they had Blockbuster, they had Upper Side Dreaming, Just a Little Bit, Go Big or Go Home, Attention Please, Polaroid Love. In my opinion, some of literally Enhypen's best songs. Now, I don't know what to say to you. I genuinely believe that I would count this in 2022. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. As you can see, this is my list. Here it is. Bang. It's called 2022 Best K-Pop Releases. I'll try and link this tier list in the description below. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with the list. I genuinely think it's a decent list. I'm very, very interested to see what you guys have to say. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Try and get this video again to 50 likes, and then I'll try and do a individual song tier list. My top 10 again in the same sort of format. Also, let me know what you guys think of this kind of style video. Are you guys interested to see more of this style? I'll be very interested to see what you guys have to say. Again, subscribe to the channel, be very much appreciated. Comment on this video, like this video, hit the notification bell, do all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later. Peace.